Okay, messing with this thing today. Seen on the time lapse, I got the double-side tape off where the moldings go. I got the little pinstripe that was on. I've took all the window trim off. I like taking the clips off so I don't frig up my fingers or blocks or anything on them because they're pretty sharp. I got the window trim. It goes along the pillar and the roof. These things are real nasty to work with. I'll show you. If you've messed with fox bodies and had them off, you know what I'm talking about. But they got this nasty. I don't know if it's actually butyl tape or what, but it's really nasty, grimy, especially if they've never been took off. But what I do is I take a rag with thinner and just keep wiping until I get it all nice and clean. Up under here in the jam, you can see it's nice and clean now, but man, they're really nasty when you first take them off. I'll show you the clips that hold that trim on. You can see it all build up in them. Actually, I'd rather like use new clips when I put them back on. But what I'm about to do now is I'm going to put the trim up in the what would you call it, rafters, attic, I don't know what you call it. I'm putting it all up there, the ladder, and then I'm going to put the pieces in the back seat in there so I can get in there and take the interior panels off to be able to get the quarter glasses out. These quarter glasses, they're I think beyond repair. You can see they deteriorate, and this is actually the line of the body right here, and the trim normally comes up a little past the body, so it fits real nice, kind of like down here. It's kind of got a ridge. This is actually recessed about even with that, and you can see it's deteriorating right through here too. These are really bad. I don't think I can save them, but I'm going to try something because he's going to get some quarter glasses no matter if I mean if they're beyond saving, then he's got to buy quarter glasses anyway. So I'm going to try something to see if I can build that back and repair them. I've never tried before, but I'll go in detail how I do that when I go to start on it. But if I can rebuild them and save them, then that'd help out a lot, because these quarter glasses around the trim, they're known for being pretty bad. But yeah, I'm gonna get them quarter glasses out, get the door handles, the locks out of the doors and the trunk, and then I'll go over and all the dents and find all them, and I'll have Chase help me because he looks like he's looking it over too. But I'll go over that too, and I'll probably put it on time lapse when I do that. Tyson, you gonna help? Huh? Or is it lunchtime? I got the back seat out. Found a good sized mouse rat nest. Going to vacuum it out. But you take the back seat out and you can easily get to the inner quarter interior panels. A few screws and clips hold them on, and I got to take that seat belt bolt out up the top. And I'm not going to take these panels completely out. I'll just take them off, lay them down here in the center, and get the quarter glasses out. Well, just vacuuming this out. I don't have to worry about running into that whoever built that mouse or rat home, because I found him. Yeah, think about that deteriorated, crispy guy. Yep, hopefully he's the only one. You might be thinking, why am I cleaning the inside of the car when I'm supposed to just be doing a paint job? Well, for one, I don't want to be climbing around in some rat, mouse nastiness when I'm taking the panels out. This is one of my buddy's cars. Leave on if you're watching this. You could clean the damn thing out for me. You know, that would have been a good friend thing to do instead of me having to clean the inside of your car out. But no, I'm just joking. I mean, I look at it as being respectful of somebody's vehicle, even though it may come in here nasty and filthy. If I got to be inside of it for whatever reason to take out, say, the quarter glasses, got to take the interior panels out. What's a few minutes of cleaning the car out, and once it's all said and done and it's painted and all together, and the owner comes and picks it up, they'll look at it. Well, you would think they would look at it, see the inside, be like, man, when I brought him this car, it was filthy and nasty on the inside. Hell, he cleaned that too, let alone just doing the paint job. So it's just a few little extra steps that I don't see it actually. I mean, it is costing me money, the time that I'm putting into it, cleaning up the stuff, but in return, maybe it just shows some people that you take pride and you actually care about the work that you do. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a minute. Some people would probably just left it and took panels out and kept on going and just left it like it was, but I'm not that type of person. So I got the interior panels out. They're just held on with some Phillips head screws, and you got to take off with clips. There's a center piece on the headliner. You got to take that down, and there's a piece that's metal that's held on with clips right above the door there. You take them off, then you can get the panel out, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nuts. There are, I believe, 11/32 that holds the quarter panel glass on. Let's see. Yeah, 11/32. And you just take them nuts off, and then what I do is that from the inside, I'll get a flathead screwdriver and I'll push in where the studs are coming through. Well, I'll push out where the studs are coming through and slowly work it out. You can see these glasses, they're held on, not held on, but sealed with butyl tape. And the stuff never hardens or anything like that. And it actually sticks pretty good. But once you start getting it, try and come with the glass. And then I just take the flathead screwdriver that I was prying out with, and I'll run it down the tape and break the bond. And just work slow, and you'll get it out without breaking it. They're pretty strong, and once I get them out, I like to take all the tape off of the car. Some people will leave on there while they're doing the body work and stuff, and they'll get primer on it, and then they never even actually get it off. They'll just put butyl tape back over it, and the quarter glasses never seal good. So I'll come come through and get most of it. Comes off the car a whole lot easier than it does the quarter glass, but I'll even get most of the butyl tape off of the quarter glass too. But you can see this this big ball, that's all that was on the car itself. And I didn't get no help from you, Tyson. No help from you. Yeah, you were outside and you didn't help one bit. But got this side off too. And now what I'll do is I'll just tape the opening up. That way I can close the door and it'll still all be sealed up, so all the insides of the car and stuff won't get full of dust while I'm doing the body work and everything. Yeah. Moving along. Now I'm gonna put them up top with the trim and stuff, and I'll go around and start marking. Well, no. Well, I was gonna say I was gonna start marking the dents and everything, but I'm gonna take the locks and the handles out of the doors first, and yeah, then I'll start marking. Got the handles and the door locks out. I went around and marked all the little dings and problem areas I found. Not all of them that I'm going to be like pulling out with the stud welder, like these, like a big one like this one here, and a few here in the back. I will be, but most of them I'll just be blocking and then filling. I'll be pulling that bottom out. It's in pretty far, but most of them are just little dings. And then of course the area up here where the lead is from factory, I'm gonna fix it. It's messed up here on the edge. The worst part is here by the fuel lid. You can see somebody must have leaned up against it or something, and has pushed it in here at the top, and it's actually pushed this up here out. It's right on this body line, so I'm going to be pulling below the body line out and tapping the above the body line in to straighten that up. And up there where the lead is, it again, there's a lot of little dings on this side. And I noticed there's a lot where the car's been painted on some before. There's quite a bit of runs, and let's see if I can show you one. There's a run right here, and just runs that was like partially sanded out but left. The first thing I'm going to address though is this rust down here at the bottom. See how bad it is. Probably be cutting some out of that and replacing it by the way it looks. But other than that, there's a pretty good dent here in the top of the fender. I just went around and found everything that I could. Up here at the top, there's a pretty good one here and a small one here. But yeah, I'm going to address the rust down there first, and this place around the fuel lid door, and the big dents, and go from there. Just to let you know, if you're planning on doing some body work and painting your Fox body, the weather stripping that runs inside the channel of your door if your car has sat outside for most of its life, and you know, these cars are at least, what were they, 30 years old now, almost, if some of them over 30, this is how they'll come out. So before you go and start taking them out to repaint the trim on the doors or whatever, just go ahead and go to late model restoration and order you a set of weather stripping. That way you'll be ready to put new back in there, because this is how they'll come out, in brittle little bitty pieces. They're all, it's just, the sun just beats them. And so yeah. Okay, I've pretty much took the grinder to all the areas that needs fixed. Most of them are real small little dings, like I've said, and actually the paint is so thick in most of the areas that once I ground it down, you can't really even feel the little ding that was in it. So most of them won't need a stud welded and pulled. I'm about to work this fender. You can see it's all, it looks like maybe the tire caught it at one point and pulled it down. I'm gonna work, it's out right here too. I'm gonna work it, and I got a stud on that dent, stud on this one. I'm gonna weld a stud to this one out here. Now, I had a big old crease down through here, but first time this has ever happened to me. Once I was grinding down to put a stud here, this, as I was grinding, heated the metal, and this actually popped right out. So it's not caved in down there no more. And there's a pretty good dent right there. I'm gonna weld a stud on it, pull it out. This area over here is from previous damage. It's got some Bondo in it. I'm going to have to dig all that out. It's probably gonna be low because this whole area here looks to have a dip in it. So I'll be welding a couple studs out through here, and probably a couple studs where all this Bondo's at. Pull that out nice and straight again. And I started grinding this rust that was forming on the top up here. I did that last night too. Got two studs put in there to pull this back out, and I'm going to tap the top in where it's high. One stud there, that was a pretty good ding. The rest of them on this side, like I said, when I started grinding the paint thickness, pretty much there wasn't really any dents left. This had some filler in it. I can feel the dent still right there. So I dug all the filler out of it. This is actually a pretty good sized dent here. I mean, it's about as big as my hand, and this is the lowest spot. So got some studs in it. Gonna pull it out. Up here in where they put the lead in from factory, most of the time the lead is higher than the sheet metal. So what I do is I'll take a grinder. All I did here is just took the paint off right now. I'll take a grinder and maybe even a block with some 80 grit and block this down as flat as I can get it. And most of the time they block out really nice. And then I'll just run a skim coat of filler just to basically fill in all the deep scratches and stuff. And I'll do the same thing to this side. So if I can catch it in the light, you can kind of see where it's low and high. It's got a wave to it. It's all high right here. But before I dug that Bondo out and worked this fender, I was going to get it on video what I was doing. All right, that'll be it. I'm not sure where I left off, but I've got all the places on the coupe ground down, feathered out. I don't like to just leave the grind marks. I like to feather it out with 180, the paint. So if the Bondo ever shrinks, you don't see a outline of grind marks or where where your area has been fixed. But I got the fenders all straightened out. Looks better. Like I said, all the places is feathered out. All the dents are pulled out. Best I'm going to get them. I'm going to swipe some filler on everything. Not up here. I'm going to continue to sand all this out. But I'm going to spread some filler where I did some pulling on dents and everything like that, working them. I did weld a repair panel where that rust was at. I wasn't sure if it went all the way through. Actually, when I cut it out, it didn't look like the rust was forming from the backside. Looked like it was just coming from the outside. So I didn't have to cut more out than what I did. It's just a little spot, so that worked out good. But yeah, I'm going to spread some filler. That I'll probably put that into the next video. Probably in this video with where I'm at right now. And I showed y'all the 65 Mustang that showed up. Well, we got a 70 Nova that showed up also that's going to get painted all over. I'll go in depth on why he's wanting it painted all over, but I'll give you a little sample of why it's got this bubbling all over the Nova. I mean, this whole side is like that, and it's the other side's not as bad, but it still has some on the other side. But this side has it just about everywhere. But I'll be repainting it black. But like I said, I'll show that in the next video too. I'll probably start separating these videos to just concentrate on one car instead of having them all together. But I think I mentioned it in one of my earlier recordings. If you'd like to have it that way, let me know. If not, if you'd like to have it all together, just let me know about that. I know a few people has mentioned that I need to put the some Cobra content on here. Well, you know, I'd like to, but there ain't really much I can do with the engine out of it. As far as content wise goes, I may be sending the engine off here soon, but I'm not sure. Parts came for an Explorer. I got to paint the front bumper. It's an insurance job. And I got some Kia parts. Got to repair a front bumper on it that hit a deer. Paint it. All right, well, I'm going to end this video off right here. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. We can grow the channel. If you want to see the Cobra content and coupe, my coupe getting built and racing and stuff like that, well, you need to share this video and like it and leave comments. Yeah, enough rambling. I'll see y'all in the next one.